Are you holding back something your body is desperately trying to release? Is going days, sometimes a week, without release actually harming you? Or have you just accepted this as normal aging? Gentlemen, what I'm about to share with you today might be the most important 3 minutes you've spent on your health in years. Because the answer is not what most men over 50 expect to hear. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, a urologist with 12 years of experience helping men over 60 reclaim their vitality, strength, and confidence. I've worked with thousands of men who thought their best days were behind them. Men who came into my office embarrassed, frustrated, and quietly suffering. And time again, the issue came back to something nobody was talking to them about. Something simple, something fixable. Before we dive in, hit that like button right now and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. I read every single one, and it helps me know I'm reaching the men who need this most. Now let me tell you about the elephant in the room. When a man over 50 goes several days, sometimes 5, 6, even 10 days, without a sexual release, something begins to shift inside his body. Not just physically, emotionally, hormonally. And most men have no idea it's happening because nobody told them. Their doctor didn't bring it up, their partner doesn't understand it, and society certainly doesn't make it easy to ask. Here's the first problem. Prostate fluid builds up. Your prostate is constantly producing fluid. It never stops. That fluid needs to go somewhere. When it doesn't get released regularly, it stagnates. Think of it like a pond with no outlet. Still water grows stagnant. It becomes a breeding ground. In the prostate, that stagnation contributes to inflammation, discomfort, and over time, increased risk of prostatitis, a condition I see in my clinic every single week in men who simply didn't know they needed to be more intentional about this. Here's the second problem. Testosterone starts working against you. When release doesn't happen for extended periods, your body's hormonal feedback loop gets confused. Testosterone levels can spike briefly and then crash. That crash shows up as irritability, brain fog, low motivation, disrupted sleep, and that strange flat feeling men describe as just not feeling like myself. Many men in their 50s and 60s attribute this entirely to age. It's not age, it's biology being ignored. Here's the third problem, and this one hits hardest: the psychological weight. When days turn into a week or more, men begin to quietly internalize it. They feel disconnected from their own body. Intimacy with a partner starts to feel awkward or pressured. Some men begin to avoid it altogether, which only deepens the disconnection. What started as a physical issue becomes an emotional one. I've had men sit across from me in tears, strong, successful men, saying they felt like a stranger in their own skin. That is not weakness. That is an unaddressed biological need that nobody gave them permission to tend to. Now let me walk you through exactly what to do, because this is fixable and it's simpler than you think. The first thing I want you to understand is the biological reset. Your prostate needs regular clearing. The research is clear on this. Consistent ejaculation frequency, whether through partnered intimacy or solo release, is associated with lower rates of prostatitis and better prostate health outcomes over time. I tell my patients, aim for release at minimum 2 to 3 times per week, not as a chore, not with guilt, as maintenance. The same way you drink water, the same way you stretch. It is healthcare. I had a patient, Robert, 67, retired engineer from Ohio. He came to me with chronic pelvic discomfort and what he described as a pressure he couldn't explain. He was embarrassed to even bring it up. When I asked about his release frequency, he went quiet and said, "Doctor, honestly, maybe once every 2 weeks. My wife and I, things have slowed down." I explained the prostate fluid buildup, the inflammation pathway, the simple fix. 3 weeks later, he called my office. He said, "I feel like someone turned the lights back on." That was from one simple change in how frequently he was tending to this need. The second thing to address is circulation and pelvic floor health. When release is infrequent, pelvic blood flow decreases. The tissues in and around the prostate and surrounding structures become less oxygenated. This contributes to erectile difficulty, reduced sensitivity, and that frustrating sense that things just don't work the way they used to. The solution is twofold. First, movement. Specifically, walking 30 minutes daily improves pelvic circulation more than almost any supplement I could recommend. Second, pelvic floor exercises. Yes, gentlemen, Kegel exercises are not just for women. Contracting and releasing your pelvic floor muscles 10 to 15 repetitions twice daily restores tone, improves control, and dramatically enhances sensation over 4 to 6 weeks. Most men who do this consistently tell me it's like turning back the clock 5 years. The third layer is hormonal support through nutrition. Zinc is the mineral most directly tied to testosterone production and prostate health, and most men over 50 are deficient. Foods rich in zinc, oysters, pumpkin seeds, grass-fed beef, should be in your diet weekly. If diet is inconsistent, a zinc supplement of 15 to 30 milligrams daily with food is something I recommend routinely. Alongside zinc, I want you thinking about lycopene, found in cooked tomatoes, watermelon, red peppers. Lycopene has strong evidence behind it for prostate tissue health. 2 to 3 servings per week of cooked tomato products alone makes a measurable difference. Let me tell you about Michael, 58, who came to me after his annual checkup flagged some prostate concerns. He was stressed, sleeping poorly, and his relationship with his wife had become distant, not from lack of love, but from physical disconnection. We put him on a simple protocol: release frequency 3 times weekly, daily walks, pelvic floor work, zinc and lycopene through food first. 6 weeks later, he came back and said, "My wife asked me what I'm doing differently. She said I seem more present." That's the ripple effect of reclaiming this part of your health. It doesn't just affect the prostate, it affects everything. The fourth point I want to make is about stress and cortisol. Chronic stress is one of the most underappreciated destroyers of male sexual health after 50. Elevated cortisol directly suppresses testosterone, impairs pelvic blood flow, and makes release both less frequent and less satisfying when it does happen. The fix here is not complicated, but it requires consistency. 10 minutes of diaphragmatic breathing daily. Slow inhale for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 6. Has been shown in research to measurably reduce cortisol within weeks. Pair that with limiting alcohol to no more than 1 drink daily, because alcohol is estrogenic and directly competes with testosterone at a hormonal level. Small changes, compounding results. The fifth point is sleep. This one is non-negotiable. 80% of your daily testosterone is produced during deep sleep. If you are sleeping less than 7 hours, or if your sleep is fragmented, your testosterone production is crippled before the day even begins. I tell every patient, protect your sleep like it's your most valuable health asset, because it is. Blackout curtains, no screens 60 minutes before bed, room temperature between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. These are not luxuries, they are hormonal medicine. And number 6, this is the one most men get completely wrong. They think that if things have slowed down, if desire has decreased, if release has become infrequent, that this is just aging, that it's inevitable, that they should just accept it. Gentlemen, that belief is the most dangerous one in this entire conversation. Decline is real, yes, but surrender is a choice. The men I see thriving in their 60s and 70s, genuinely thriving, with energy and confidence and intimacy that younger men envy, they did not accept decline as destiny. They made small, consistent decisions to tend to their body's needs. That is available to you, starting today. Quick pause before we continue. If this is resonating with you, please share this video with a man in your life who needs to hear it. Most men will never get this information from their doctor. You sharing this might genuinely change someone's health trajectory. Here is your simple action plan. Step 1. Commit to release 2 to 3 times per week without guilt as a health practice. Step 2. Walk 30 minutes daily and add pelvic floor exercises morning and evening. Step 3. Add zinc and lycopene to your diet this week. Pumpkin seeds, cooked tomatoes, start there. That is it. 3 steps. No prescriptions needed, no expensive programs, just your body, supported the way it was designed to be. If you felt frustrated, embarrassed, or quietly ashamed about any of this, I want you to hear me clearly. You are not broken. You are not past your prime. Your body has not failed you. It has simply been waiting for someone to give it what it needs. Even after 60, the capacity for vitality, pleasure, confidence, and connection is absolutely within your reach. I have seen it happen hundreds of times in my clinic. I have seen men transform their health, their relationships, and their sense of self. Not through anything dramatic, but through finally paying attention to the needs their body had been signaling all along. Like this video, drop a comment below telling me how many days it's typically been for you. No judgment, just honesty, because your answer helps me make better content for you. Share this with a friend who needs it and subscribe for weekly tips designed specifically for men over 50 who refuse to settle for decline. I'm Dr. Emily Carter, reminding you that after 50, vitality isn't lost. It's waiting to be awakened. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.